That broadcast was so much fun. I tuned over and then I didn't tune back in to Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. And I was wondering, because you have kids, does it help you in explaining things as you did to a younger audience on Nickelodeon?
It does. It does. When I first got the news, I went home and over dinner, I was talking to my kids. I have a 16-year-old, little Nate, 14-year-old Nehemiah, and a 10-year-old. That's my baby girl, Mia Pearl. And I was asking them about the new Nickelodeon shows that I might not be hip to, because I'm familiar with the old school stuff, the Double Dares and all of those different shows like Rugrats. But the new era shows I wasn't caught up on as much as I needed to be. And then I wanted to figure out, to be honest, like, what's hip? Like, what are kids saying? There's going to be moments where I'm the older guy. I know that. That's my specific role in this broadcast. But I don't want to be too far out the loop where it seems like I'm trying hard. So I just wanted to make things relatable. And I didn't want to talk down to a group of young fans that are smart enough to understand what I'm saying. This wasn't football for dummies. This was just football for a larger demographic, and I wanted to talk to the 5-year-old and also the 50-year-old. I wanted to bring up how Mitchell Trubisky was benched during the season and then compare that to being grounded. And I'm pretty sure everybody at home was like, oh, that makes sense. And then what was great about Noah Eagle, who is a chip off the old block, as soon as we start talking about Mitchell Trubisky and them not letting him throw the ball in the game, he says, Nate, he might be off restriction, but I don't think Nagy, quote unquote, his parents are letting him leave the yard. And I thought that was great. It's like, yeah, they need to let him leave the yard. Let him throw the ball downfield. That's the only way they can get back in this game. So a lot of the stuff that I was able to do and explain, it landed.
But also Cole Kmet, the tight end, he threw the ball, and you talked about emotions and dealing with your emotions there, and got the best of him. You said, use your words.
Yeah. It was like every parent, every teacher, every guardian, every older person that has given me a quote or some type of cliche, I used it, and it was all fitting in the moment. And it was the perfect broadcast for me. I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, influenced by the 2000s. So a lot of who I am, it comes out naturally. A guy that can weave in music and movies and pop culture and all the little things that make me unique, while explaining that on a daily basis. I just got done with a 3-hour show, and dropping a pop culture reference isn't my way of staying relevant. It's my way of communicating, which made this broadcast for Nickelodeon special.